Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here with me. It's such a joy to read those cards for you and for me to actually find out your life story, what you're going through. I wanted to note out in this reading that it actually helps me quite a lot, like the information that you're giving me, because the more information, the more details you can provide in the comment section, the more I can adhere and understand your needs and what should my further future readings should actually reflect. So I had a kind person write in the comment section about them being a therapist, and I'm so glad that they mentioned this. The idea that came to mind was to see how are people what are your clients thinking of you. This is not going to be a today's topic, however, but I plan on releasing that soon, and I'm so glad. Um, Further on, I decided to focus on what needs to happen or when the crisis will be over. For those of you who are going through some difficult period of your life, and I'm open to much more. If you are willing to share your story, then I will understand what you're going through and the necessary questions or conclusions that would make me create further content for you to find more insights about your life through the cards. However, know that while I will release more content in regards to maybe depression, anxiety, and overall mental health, I have to say that disclaimer that I'm no mental health professional. I'm just channeling the information that is being shown to me in the cards. And know this, that you have to use your own discernment to decide and to solve problems into your life. I'm only here for the additional messages, but overall the responsibility lies with you. And as much as I want to help you here with the readings, some things have to be addressed individually. So keep in mind that overall all the readings are encompassing the idea of the entertainment purposes only, and this is in no way, shape, or form a therapy. Maybe for ones of you it is, but know that maybe for some of you, you have to address those things with a therapist, a licensed one. So I just wanted to drop that. Know that I will always be connected and receptive to your feedback, and that I'm always on the lookout for the juicy questions that will better the quality of your life, and that would bring you some insights for you to reinvent and revolutionize your life. So that's all, I guess, that I wanted to tell you right now as a little announcement. This reading that you see right now is going to be concerned with the topic of what are people talking about you, what are people saying behind your back, or what are people in general discussing, what's the information, what's the tea around about you, basically. So that reading will encompass some of those titles I have mentioned right now. It's overall the gossip, maybe. Yeah, I don't want to ramble anymore. So 4 piles, 4 rings. Let me showcase each of the rings for you. So this one, I guess, is malachite, malachite ring. It's linked to the first pile. It doesn't want to sit still, I guess. This one is, I don't know what specifically the stone is, but it looks to me, it's transparent, of course, so I don't know, I'm not gonna guess. I hope it's focusing, yeah. It's linked to the second pile. The third one is this one. I presume this is made out of bone. And the last one is this rectangle ring. Again, I do not know whether it's a stone or not. Feel free to tell me in the comments below if you'd like. So let's begin the reading. A warm welcome for the first pile, the ones of you who've chosen this lovely malachite ring. Let's see what are people talking about you. First card, you got the Two of Wands in reverse. And from the Pagan Cat Tarot, oh sorry, it's Tarot of Pagan Cats, I forgot, I messed up the order, but it's the Emperor in reverse. Okay. I wanted to actually let's see, draw another card from another oracle, although yeah, let's see. Okay, so that dropped. That's the, I know the word, I know what this is, but I don't know how to pronounce it, so I guess I'll have to leave you with the representation and I'll tell you the meaning. So what are people talking about you? This is an interesting mix of cards. This will resonate for those of you who were in the past very open to the people in general. Most likely people were able to describe you as an open book. You may have been very keen to communicate and to share your essence, your voice, your interests, your future prospects with the world. I see as though in the past, that was more in the past, you were more open to the people. Right now, something happened that you were like, you started behaving in a more closed off way, and you became more secretive, you became more to yourself, let's say. This first pile most likely has undergone some sort of cleansing, emotional cleansing maybe, or you were like going through some inner changes in your life that it made you completely a different person. You started behaving in such a different way that people are no longer recognizing you. And this is not to be said in a bad way. This could be as well like a positive way. I see someone here investing in themselves, in self-love, and I see lots of people noticing that, and all of a sudden realizing that they don't know as much about you right now at this moment. It's as though you closed off and you made a decision to become more private, to become more secretive maybe, and to not show yourselves out there so often as you perhaps did in the past. I guess that's the psych card. That's like the harvesting tool. For me, it feels as though you are like clearing out your life of people that you are not considering to be positive influence. This could be literal cleaning, like this could be rearranging stuff, moving places, making order, in things, and decluttering maybe, because this, while being a harvesting card, for me it always associates with separating the wheat from the chaff, so that means the people around you are starting or have been talking about you in a light of, I don't know what's that person doing. They are changing, they are becoming a different person from what I knew, from what the person I knew was in the past. And it feels as though you are like retreating right now in the shadows for a period of life in which you will like make a very sparkly entrance. So that means for me, like, you see the emperor usually is a person who's very out there, very public for me, because the emperor is also the king, and it's an open figure, open to the world. You've closed yourselves off, and that's a good thing. That's a confirmation for you, by the way. If you are right now in a period of life in which you are cutting off connections that are not benefiting you, if you are maybe isolating, well, take care that this isolation, if it is the case, it's not detrimental to you. But overall, this closing off, this change that you have initiated, that you have brought in motion, is being very highly encouraged and is being viewed as the right step for you. So those were the messages with these 3 cards. I'm planning on taking some other 3 cards to see what else are people talking about. You see, you've got here as well some people who were like a little benefiting from your presence, or were, let's say, we're taking you for granted. Like, I feel as though I have to mention this for the first pile, and you've done this shift, and that person or the people who were taking you for granted were actually surprised that this has taken place and are regretting some sort of behavior that they displayed. They now regret that you were treated by them in such a way, you know? And that's interesting. You deciding to focus on yourself. The Two of Wands is also about like future. I remember from the traditional deck. It's in reverse. That means you're not as open, you're not as eager to share your ideas, your future prospects with people as you did in the past. It's a wise move, I can say, because the cards are encouraging that. The Emperor in reverse, yeah, it's like you being prepared for the stage or something like this. You being prepared to basically enter, like, right now you're in a saving energy mode, and you're being prepared to step into another like phase of your life. You deciding that right now maybe it's the time to retreat in the shadows and basically be focused on yourself, and that sometimes being silent, being more secretive or private is actually a very wise and necessary move right now into your life. If you're more active, if you're more out there in the world, more social, if you're being like on the spotlight right now, maybe that's not your pile right now, but that's what I saw here. I see a person sorting things out in their life, either physically, emotionally, relationship-wise, releasing ties with things that are no longer serving you. I see lots of people acknowledging that. I see lots of people being intrigued and very curious what it is that you're doing actually, because people were used to knowing stuff about you. People were used to you giving them all the information that they desire, that they want. So yeah, I don't know what you did, but that was the right move. Interesting. Let's see what else are people talking about you. You see, it's as though you are out there. Somehow you're being like, you're retracing your steps or something like this. There is like an energy of you retreating in your safe zone, in your comfort zone. And I see here maybe a person, or like, is that only a person or more? Yeah, specifically that could be like one person, but this could be as well like a close circle. I see as though it's an energy of concern, of what of them not knowing what you're doing and being a little concerned for you. I see a very close individual here being a little anxious maybe, or stressed about your situation. That's the Chariot in reverse. It's as though you were like right now in a phase of life which is like no movement, a pause that encourages you to take a step back and rethink the way you continued advancing in your life. And it's like something that comes from the internal world, like it comes from you actually. Like the initiative is being shown by you actually. It's not something exterior from the exterior world that's making this. Maybe it's talking about people being concerned actually. Yeah, strongly. I hear as though you got some people here. This is like a small number. This could be like very close friends. This could be lovers as well, like crushes or people who are interested in you on a romantic level. You worry someone with your silence. Basically, someone is very either curious plus worried about you, and they want the communication. That's what I'm picking on. That's curious, to be honest. I see lots of change, to be honest, in this pile. I see lots of people being surprised by the change or not knowing how to interact with you based on the change that you initiated. Yeah, you're definitely being closed off from the world, something along those lines. Like, if you're not, if this is not resonating, then maybe this is not your pile. But I strongly feel as though you are, as though conserving your energy, like Ace of Wands. See that girl clutching like this lizard here? It's as though you are much more interested in yourself at this period in your life, and people are like, I'm not used to that person, the first pile, doing that. What's happening? Yeah, I don't know what to say. The Empress in reverse. The Empress in reverse is someone who's not in their element right now, who's maybe entering or going through. It's most likely going through because it's not a recent thing. You're going through like reset of energies. You're being highly encouraged to rest. If this is not rest, that's in regards to like physical rest, then this is like you have to take a break, whatever it means for you. But a break could be like, for some a break could be a meditation, for some could be a break yoga, for example, because it gives you the break that separates you from everything that's happening around you. And I feel as though you have to engage in some sort of activity right now that replenishes you. Okay, I kind of felt I sensed lots of information that's a little off the subject, but overall that's interesting. I want to continue on. This time I want to let's be very sure about specifically what are people talking about the first pile. Yeah, you're no longer that like easily accessed. You've become, yeah, that's a huge change. Like, I don't know who's watching, but you've initiated some very strong change in your life. It's as though you are unrecognizable in a good way. It's like a glow up. It's like an upgrade, you know. Maybe in the past this will maybe resonate with not so many, but maybe in the past you were perceived as more spontaneous, more youthful, more, for some, maybe even naive or childish. But right now, like, this upgrade has changed that. It's as though it even erased that. It's like you upgraded too much, as though that's the message that's trying to show itself. People are a little intimidated with these cards. It's as though you were much better at setting boundaries. You were much better at leaving people alone and not concerning yourselves with being the people pleaser, the helper, the like, you're not carrying around all the baggage that's not yours. It's like, I'm done. I'm actually more invested in myself this time, and I will not rescue the people who are unwilling to take responsibility of themselves in their own hands. Like, it's over. I'm no longer interested in that. I'm no longer that person who will rescue. Quite interesting. You spark a lot of intrigue, I can say. And yeah, I guess that's like the Fool. The Fool is a person who many would see as like a superficial card, maybe. It really depends, but in this case, it's as though you are being very sly, very intelligent about the way you present yourselves to the world. It's as though you're not boastful. The Fool is not what it seems. The Fool may be hiding behind the mask of a very broad and deep perception of the world. It's like this mad saint, you know, it's like that mad wise person who is capable of telling you life-changing things, but at the same time their appearance contradicts, yeah. So the message here is as though you are wearing a mask that's concealing what's happening inside of you. And that is being like, from the exterior, people are a little panicked, a little bit intimidated, because they do not understand what it is that you're doing, what it is that you're going through. It's a little like, I don't know what to expect from them. Yeah, I don't know who you are, but that was what I saw. Very intriguing energies, to be honest. Very transformative ones. At the same time, it's as though you lost interest in showing yourselves to the world and competing with people. It's like a new step in the game. Yeah, the next phase, like the evolution here, basically what I was talking about in my first sections of the video. Basically, that's what I saw. Thank you so much for watching. That was a ride. Like that reading was quite the ride. And I hope you're being gentle with yourselves with those energies, because maybe isolating is not as fun as it might sound like. Though I take back my words. I don't know, it doesn't sound fun isolating, never. So yeah, that was what people were talking about you. Congrats, you've made some good gossip. You've made some good stories and discussions behind your back, basically, and it was not intentional, I believe. So yeah, congratulations. I hope to see you in my next videos. By the way, like the video if it resonated, and comment below your story, as I said in the intro. The more I know about you, the more readings I can provide that will basically highlight and give you a better understanding of what's happening. If it is that if it is what you desire, of course. I'm trying to tune in and understand your needs. So I would kindly suggest and gladly read those comments in regards to the details about your life. Yeah, I don't want to repeat myself. I'm rambling again. Like the video, comment below, subscribe if you're not already. Check out my old videos, lots of exciting topics. And I hope to see you in my next video. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. Bye! Hello my lovely second pile, the ones of you who've chosen this ring. This reading is for you. Let's see what are people talking about you. This is the Judgment card. This is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, let's follow up with another card from Oracle deck. The Mice card in reverse. Okay. So the main dish for this reading, I want to say that you've got lots of nosy people. Second pile. To be honest, like, why? I don't know. To be honest, like, I wanted to ask why, but then the information was so spontaneous that I wasn't able to give you a proper response. I see as though many people are, like, with the judgment card, I see lots of judgment, first thing. I see lots of people trying to give you the best possible solution in their own ways, in their own idea. I feel as though this pile is a little fed up with that, with the idea of people being nosy and not minding their own business. And for some reason, I feel as though there are many here. Like in this pile, I see many people talking about you, many people trying to somehow find their way into your life. And it makes me a little upset is not the word, a little angry, because I sense here a lot of toxic interest. Yeah. The Queen of Pentacles, and that's the sad part. The Queen of Pentacles is usually like the card of financial prosperity, stability, and overall control, like physical stability, and the byproduct of it being the sense of control over the physical matters and like groundedness. It's as though this situation, this gossip or whatever it is about your life, these people trying to impose upon your life, it's somehow throwing you out of balance. It's making you feel as though it's making you feel uncomfortable. The Queen of Pentacles is not able to actualize its potential here, like you not being able to actualize your potential, your way of wanting to continue on with your life because of that energy, persistent energy from the exterior. Like people not minding their own business is also speaking to me of the Mice card in reverse. This might be the case or not. You might find yourselves a little drained by the people around you, and it's like a very strong feeling of wanting to be left alone and wanting to build a life separate. And like I see that experience birthing within you a strong sense of a strong urge or hunger for independence and separation. This could be enmeshment as well. This could be like you not being able to separate yourselves from a circle of people, or you being the black sheep, something along those lines. You might be a very different person from the surroundings, and that may be affecting your relationships. You see as though you see the messages as though these are the people who are trying to find solution to your problems when you didn't ask in the first place. And I see here an exhausting discussion and overly caring. It's not the word. I see here as though there is an exhaustive amount of discussion around you. It's so exhausting that it's almost annoying, and it makes you like, it makes me like wanna raise my voice for some reason. Like I see it's like I imagine a pair of scissors and me being like, I have to cut everything around me because it's so annoying, it's so like not respectful towards me. Yeah, that's crazy. I've never felt so intense in regards to this emotion in a reading. You're not being left alone, I see. If this is not, this is very, very specific. If this is not your case, then probably this is not your pile, but it's very specific. As well as you having your own goals, and that is not aligning with the character type or the personality of other people that are trying to impose themselves upon you. What are people discussing or talking about the second pile? Okay. So one thing, either this is positive or not, it's up to you, but the star is like the main course of when it comes to the subject of discussion, you know, the center of attention. I will try to separate from this situation, but there is lots of attention here, lots of people discussing you. I can say that for sure. Why is the Three of Swords here? Because I cannot understand what it's trying to convey. What does it mean? Okay. You're closed off. It's as though you're not telling everything. You're not telling all the details, or you're not speaking your mind, let's say at 100%. Yeah, it's necessary, I guess, but people are questioning or thinking about the fact that you're not discussing the whole thing, the whole story. Like, you might be silent, you might be you don't like discussing things, or you might not be very talkative to people right now in general, or you're not wanting to be vulnerable with people, is what I sense as well. What else are people telling about you? That you're being closed off, that you're being uncooperative, that you're not wanting to share your true self, or something along those lines. It's something that I'm perceiving. It's not necessarily like you have to. It's something that these people are imposing here. What else? Can I clarify that card? Okay, that's quite interesting. You know, on one hand, apparently, the message or the overall tendency here, it's as though you're silent, as though you're passive, you're not active in your opinions and whatever. But actually, in the shadows, you're quite in control, you're quite resilient. These people are not understanding what they're dealing with. Seven of Pentacles here, especially with this representation. You know what you'll do. You know exactly what you're not lost. Like, I see lots of people considering you like a little lost, or not trusting you, not trusting your guidance that you have, as though they feel an urge to control and direct you and guide you. But deep inside, you know what you're doing. And I pity these people, because they're like a little caught up in their stories, and they're not seeing the truth, the reality that you are having all that it takes for your journey to succeed. All of that is unnecessary from their part. I bet you have even a better option that they are trying to give you or impose upon you. I'm like having no doubts that this is the case. Let's separate that, because the message is so pervasive, I cannot escape it. What else are people talking about the second pile? The Sun, the Emperor, and the Seven of Wands. Okay. That's the Queen of Cups. So it's giving me the energy of you being closed off, that's for sure. The sun is a very out there card, but it's in reverse. I see you withholding information. I see you as well with the Emperor in reverse, being a little passive. But as I said, you know what you're doing. Lots of people do not even understand and cannot comprehend what it is that you're going through, and especially like the reasoning behind your actions, and as well as it is such an uniquely tailored path for you that people are not going to get it. I see lots of people misunderstanding you. That's what came to the table. And I see lots of you like in this specific direction. Lots of people are projecting upon you things that are not yours. Saw that with the Seven of Wands here, and I want to say that this is an image of a person who's being heavily misunderstood and not mirrored because of the people's level of perception, because of people's level of emotional maturity, or let's not say maturity, but intelligence. I don't know which one is the worst. People are imposing upon you some sort of image from their fears, from their own problems, you know, and you're not being properly mirrored. That's a strong one. Like, you have to completely disregard the opinion of others because those opinions are being tainted by that, are being skewed by that perception that they possess, that it's like akin to watching you through some sort of filter that is dirty, for example. It's like people watching you through some sort of dirty glasses, and it makes me want to say, please clear your glasses and don't say that the world is dirty or like the world is flawed, when in fact your vision it is. Your vision has to change. Your vision is the problem in the whole equation here. And I see lots of people, I sense here like you don't have to concern yourselves with what people are saying, because I don't want to delve into this specifically for the reason being, it is not about you. It is not about, it's about them. It's about their insecurities. It's about their problems. It's about their fears. And you have to continue on with your life, because the best possible solution that can be taken action upon will come from you, and you know the best possible solution for your problem, for your situation. You know the steps. You have to trust your judgment, because it will be the thing that will solve the problems that you got. That's like the garden card. I wanted to like the last message, what are people talking about you? People are a little superficial in general. They are surfacey. They are like, this garden is all blossomed, and it's the first time like I have particular frustration with that, because you only see a flower and appreciate it when it blossoms. Like, I'm talking to these people, but you do not know what these flowers went through, the beneath level and things, for this beautiful blossoming to take place. The same things apply to you. People do not know, and unfortunately I see some are not concerned with finding out how you're doing and what it is that you're going through, so much so that they can understand you. No, they only delve and want to talk about the surface level. And that stems a lot of problems here in their perception, which has nothing to do with you, basically. You have to shine, you have to blossom, you have to be here and be who you are, no matter what are people telling, because at the end of the day it's not even about you, it's about them, and you have to live your life, you have to be happy. This is the priority, this is the thing that matters. Yeah, that was like what I saw here in the reading. I hope it resonates. Comment below how it resonates. I'm most curious to find out. If you're not subscribed, please do so, because I release more content like this, and make sure to check out my old videos, because I have some exciting topics as well. You might find them enjoyable and insightful, I hope. So I hope to see you in my next videos, and please stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I guess care less of what people are thinking about you, because you're doing much better than people actually see and think, and maybe even you think. Yeah, you might be doing much better than you think. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, take care. Bye. Hi, pile number 3, welcome to the reading. Let's check out what are people talking about you. With the first card being the Moon in reverse, okay. And the Two of Swords. Okay, that's quite curious. What else? The Dog. Wow, that's great. First of all, I wanna start off with the Dog card. I see here lots of people valuing your devotion, your friendship, your honesty, and overall your morality here, I sense with this card, because the Dog is a very faithful and really a loyal card as of a description of a person. Though it's not a description, it's more of what are people talking about. So I see here lots of people appreciating those qualities I have mentioned, which is great, which is awesome. Very noble qualities. People are considering you to be very noble at character, and are discussing the fact that you might be actually a dog person. You may be having like few friends or few people with whom you interact to a deeper level, with whom you discuss like personal things, vulnerable things, but with those you are very dedicated. Why am I saying that you may be like having few people in your life? Because of the Moon in reverse, because of the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is a closed off card. It's a very private card as well. You are a very private person, and people are telling that you are not very open, and that you're a mystery, because the Moon is things are not what they seem, and you may be very wise actually to hide and conceal the truth, the real you, for you to not step into a dirty game or something like this. I sense here a very, very wise and experienced person. I see as though with this card you've gone through so many things and such deep experiences that made you like who you are today. It's as though it's giving me old soul type of vibes, you know. It's quite crazy. And as well, it's a very curious thing that just came right now, is the fact that you may be like people from the exterior might be judging that you're going in life in a very unpredictable and it doesn't make sense type of like road. Why? Because of the blindfold. It's as though you are going at great lengths to actually follow your intuition, and because of that you succeed in life. You go through the trials and let's say turbulations with faith in yourself, in your intuition. If you're maybe like spiritual, you may be having a greater sense of faith that you're being guided, and that guidance is very like scary for some. It's as though, who's that person? As though you are like a witch, or like a person who's, I don't know what to expect from them. Like, I don't trust them. I don't know what are they and what are their intentions. Deep down, you're a very good person. You're not ill-intended. People feel that. Like, the people who are capable of feeling their way through life, they see that you're not ill-intended. You're a very good person at your heart, and you're not wanting to benefit or to use people. you're throwing that facade of closed off or mysterious or like hesitancy, because maybe in the past you are hurt, you've seen a lot of things, and that made you very experienced, resistant, and not so willing to be the open book. You know what I'm saying? You may be walking in life, as I said, on a very specific and a very mysterious path. Like, people do not understand what it is that you're doing, why you're doing it, but it works out for you, and that's the scary thing that is making people question how are they even operating, because I cannot go about and think my way through the way of their life, because they're so mysterious, unpredictable. I am unable to trace like a pattern here. Like if people would try to calculate and understand how you function, they would fail, because you're not a computer, you're a living being, and you like the challenge. Like I see as though some people, if they try to control you, I see as though you laughing at them and like, let's see you try. Very, very, like, I'm so excited for this pile. Yeah, you see the High Priestess, like, no mistake. I felt that you may be like, the description fits well for High Priestess, only that the High Priestess is in reverse here. You may be a little exaggerating, though. Trust yourselves, trust your gut in this like message, but you may be like sometimes too skeptical, you may be sometimes too closed off from the world, or maybe too cold for some people, and that I'm saying because it's directly linked to the dog card. I see as though you have a way to people's hearts to a much greater like degree, and as though this coldness is inhibiting that capacity to open that stream of good people in your life, or maybe you not being able to freely give that second chance to people, or not waiting for them to basically open up, or to see that at the truth of their being they can be trusted, or that they can be regarded as a safe person. I see as though you've gone through some stuff. I see, like, no mistake, this is a very experienced person I'm talking about, a very wise person, someone who's capable of extracting all the necessary conclusions from the proper situations. You are least likely to go through the same things because you are thinking your way through as well, like your mistakes, and the probability of you stepping into the same one are pretty slim, and the only exception for that is for you if you were maybe to consciously do that. For example, if you were to consciously step into another mistake for you to understand it to a greater degree, something along those lines. But it's a very spiritual pile, a very not what it looks like pile, definitely. Person, not pile. I'm most curious to find out what are people's estimations of you, because with these combination of energies, I cannot wait. Like, I'm very intrigued. Let's see. What are people talking about you? Seven of Wands, the Lovers. Yeah, you see, it's like a little contradictory at the same time. Why I'm saying that? So you've got here some people who are basically afraid of you, a little intimidated, or unwilling to basically take the first step because they do not understand what to expect. Seven of Wands, I see as though you may be actually triggering or awakening some sort of primal fears in some people with your presence, or you're just that person who's capable of surfacing stuff from like the depths of the human psyche, you know, and as though your presence is amplifying stuff, you know. The Lovers is a very balanced card, I believe. People are like, I don't know who's watching this, people are recognizing your maturity, your equilibrium, your inner equilibrium, your harmony with yourself. I would expect this pile has managed in their life to experience or to grasp a sense of peace or contentment, and that shines through. Some people acknowledge that, see that, and really are in awe. Like I cannot make this up. You must see here that there is a snake in the card, meaning that you know how to play with your enemies so that you're not losing the game. Whether it is that you are like even willingly wanting to step in the game, because I see here a person who's so much elevated that they are not wanting to play the game. Basically, you have managed to step into the version of yourself who is able to deal with your enemies in a very graceful way, as though it suggests me even like a dance. Someone challenging you for a fight, but you're accepting it as a dance. This is crazy. Like, I cannot make this up. Imagine someone like challenging you for a fight, and you're like, okay, but I will not fight, I will actually dance, because you're so good at it. It's as though you're not even fighting, you're dancing. Like, I sense here someone is very capable, very good at diffusing conflict, very good at actually like creating neutrality in a certain way. It's like diffusing hostility in general. Like, you like calmness, you like peace, you like things going in a neutral way. Not very excited, not very cold, and yet not very hot. You know, you don't like people giving you too much compliments and people being overly criticizing you. You like balance, you like things to be tempered, you like them to be just the right way, the middle way. You may be a person who's capable as well of seeing through people. By the way, Three of Cups, you may be too serious at times. People are acknowledging that you may be too, like, for some this could mean dull, like you not being able to have fun. That was what I was picking on. Yeah, interesting. What else are people talking about you? Again, the Two of Swords. Two of Swords came up in the reading twice. Your way of going into life, advancing through it, is very mysterious to a lot of people. It's very intriguing. It's very like, I don't understand. Or this could be the case of someone considering you to be walking a very narrow path, or like a very risky path, like you. And for you it might not be so, like for you it might be like a divinely orchestrated synchronicity, for example, but for many people it will be as though you are like walking on a very uncertain path. You know, you're walking not like everyone else. Interesting, right? With the dog card I can say you are being, as I said, maybe you're closed off, but if you see and sense that this person can be trusted, then you're being open, you're being honest, you're being kind to that person. Again, you may be not giving them the permission to dive deep down into your life, into your vulnerabilities, for example, maybe secrets as well, but you are decent enough to, it's not even decent enough, you're decent to treat them with respect, kindness, and love, which doesn't mean you have to open yourselves to a full degree. Definitely. Many are not seeing your like vulnerable side. Some might be complaining that they are not seeing like your soft sides, vulnerable sides. Some people are digging, wanting to find out what it is, what's your weakness. Yeah, I got some very curious people here to find out how you function, how you work, what's your future, like very nosy people as well here. I sense some people are very curious to find out what's going on into your life. Yeah, see the fox here in the background, and they're not doing a very great job at it, I can say. What else are people talking about you? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, can I clarify that card, please? Knight of Pentacles. Okay, give me a moment, I have to like a little meditate on that. Three of Cups. Unwillingness to open up to people. Unwillingness to show yourselves, to show your cards basically. Which is not necessarily bad. Ace of Pentacles, that's quite curious that it showed itself in the reading. Maybe you're not letting people in your life, in your close proximity, something along those lines. It's as though you are maintaining a barrier of professionalism, or a friendly, like a friend zone type of situation. Not letting people close. Many are discussing you, like this is not even gossip, because maybe gossip is not very deep, but I got here some people who are being discussed in a very deep manner, like you may be the I cannot find the words, but definitely here some people maybe from your past who are discussing you, talking about you in a very concentrated, intent manner. You know? It's as though some people are trying to be very like detectives, something along those lines, to be honest. Like, some people try to understand what it is that is going on with you, what you're doing. This is not surface level talking, gossip. These are like detectives. I don't know why that came up. Crazy. Okay, so that was your reading. I hope it resonated, and if it did, then please comment below. Like the video if it did resonate, subscribe if you're not, and check out my old videos because I have some interesting topics there as well. Please take care of yourselves. Drop your story below so I can understand where can I target my future readings, if I can fit those to your situation, to your life situation. I'd be glad if I were able. Where or was so mixed up. I'd be glad to hear from you. That's what I was trying to say. Take care of yourselves and stay safe. Bye. Hello and welcome to the reading fourth pile. Your pile was linked to this ring, and if you choose it, then this is your reading. Let's see what are people talking about you with the first card. You got here the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles. Very, very funny. You may be regarded as a very hard-working person. Sometimes even way too hard. Like you may be a workaholic or something along those lines. I'm not saying it. The cards are saying it. But some people are considering that while you make a lot of money, like I see here people acknowledging the fact that you're bringing lots of money. I see here a person who's constantly busy, so busy sometimes that they forget to rest. Very as well family focused, like you bring the money at home and to your family, to your close people. But sometimes it's a little like you're being too harsh on yourselves with the working type of attitude. Or maybe it's like a secret desire to always be occupied and to be considered worthy, good enough, or to be the one who's constantly bringing the contribution to the people around me. Right, that's quite interesting. Lots of discussions here of people saying that you're always busy, that you're always working, that you're making a lot of money, that you're constantly working and trying to improve your financial situation. It's not about improvement, it's about bringing more money. It's not as though you're struggling. I see here this pal most likely is not struggling with the Ten of Pentacles. Most likely you're struggling with free time. I can tell you that with it's as though you're not having enough time to spend it on things that you love and enjoy, and the desire to basically continue on like as a passion project or something along those lines. This pile is being discussed as someone who's very consumed by work. What else are people talking about you? Yeah, it's interesting because yeah, the World card, Six of Cups, it's like you work, and then you come home, you're like in your little fortress, then again you go back to work, people are not even managing to see you or to contact you, or you're not even like talking about stuff because you're so occupied talking with friends, like you may be not even in contact with your friends because you don't have time for that. What else are people talking about you? It's like you being in your weekdays you are like very you're resting when you come at home, and you need so much time to rest for you to prepare for the next round to work. Like I see here a very busy person, I can tell you that. You may be busy with work, you may be busy with lots of activities, and yeah, look, the bottom of the deck was the Ace of Cups, which shows me lots of like dolls here. That could be literally people like you being the one, the money bringer, you know, the person who's growing kids, or you are the person who's giving their energy, their time to make money for the kids, something along those lines. You're like the person who's bringing abundance in the family, and because of that you have a very good reputation. You're being depicted as someone who's very like selfless and very intent on making people and their loved ones prosperous, you know. You want to give the people all, like your close people, you want to give them all the things that you perhaps didn't have, or you just want to give them the sense of abundance and that they don't have to have that lack mentality, like they cannot afford this, that, or you know. You want to give the people around you the sense that they can afford anything if they so desire. Lately people are discussing the fact that you should be basically taking a vacation or something along those lines. What else? Yeah, people definitely tell you to rest. Okay. That you're working, or that you're taking your work too seriously or to another level. What else, or what are people talking about you? Six of Wands is a card of victory, I guess. Interesting. You have high status, or you're being like talked about in a very positive manner. You may be a loner in life, or you may be like very heavily misunderstood or feeling lonely. Or you may be that person who's always feeling like all the responsibilities are falling on your shoulders. And sometimes it's a little hard on you. The Five of Pentacles, okay. So people are discussing the fact that in the past you may have been the person who were struggling financially, or you were a person who struggled in life in general, and now you basically grew up in the completely opposite. Like you grew up into someone who's capable of bringing abundance tenfold. You bringing abundance to the table in such a way that you not only provide for yourself, but also for other people as well. This pile may have gone through a very serious like tower moment, distress, dark night of the soul moment when it comes to the money thing, and that has made you want to provide to yourself and to your loved ones to a greater degree. Like you decided for yourself that you will no longer go through the same experience as you did, and that you'll not allow the people that you consider close to go through the same thing that you basically gone through. Two of Pentacles. You see, I sense here a person who's very like has a huge character, or you developed a very strong character in general, and people are a little taking for granted that fact that yeah, actually, while you may have success right now in your finances, in your life, the road that has led you there, it was not for the faint of heart, you know. It's as though people are only noticing the results and are not questioning or not wanting to think about, consider the fact that this took a lot of effort, and you went to great lengths to actually achieve what you are actually doing right now, which I would not be surprised if you have a very high status job, like a job of importance. While it might be taking a lot of your time, it's equally giving you the financial like prosperity type of job. It's a little double-edged thing, double-sided, double-edged, I don't even know what's the word, but it's exhausting, but at the same time it gives the money, so I guess I should be grateful for money or something along those lines. What else are people talking about you? Four of Cups in reverse. You don't have time for depression, you don't have time for giving up. Because if you were to give up, if you were to give in to those feelings, then the whole world or your fortress and the people around you would perish. Not like in a literal way, but would have to suffer. Because the Four of Cups is also a card of depression, and it's in reverse. It's as though you don't have the open window or the open space for you to go into a depressive episode, because there is too much at stake. What else are people discussing, talking about you? that you have lots of things in your life to be grateful for, to like, I sense as though some people might be a little envious. You might have in your life lots of things that you could be proud of, like literally. But again, like the message that's coming to the table is Nine of Swords. People are only seeing the good things. People are not seeing the things that are happening behind the curtain, you know? They are only seeing the final product, you know, the good things, but they do not see the journey. But I guess I'm repeating myself. Knight of Cups in reverse. You don't have time for BS. You don't have time for irresponsibility. You don't have time for foolish stuff or things that are not serious in general. Sometimes you're taking that to a whole new level. Again, the Ten of Pentacles. You got your material life going in a very good way. What else are people talking about you? You see, many are considering you successful, like you're being gifted, like you're lucky in life. That's like their vision of you. Many find you resourceful and are talking about you in a very like, that person has their life going, like I'd like to live in their shoes for a day, for example. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like this card, this information, you may have a very high status job. Like this is not, this doesn't speak to me of a regular job. This is like a job with benefits. Primarily here it showcases financial, but you may be having like an audience, a huge audience. You may be having like a channel or something along those lines, because you attract a lot of attention and many would consider you to be very lucky that you're occupying that in the first place. I sense here envy. I sense here positive envy, like people being grateful that you are, like you are in their life. But I sense here as though envy, like people being envious of the fact that you got so much success. Crazy, isn't it? Like, no joke, these are some energies to deal with, like, Five of Wands. You fought for your way in your life. You fought for like this is not easy. Like this, your life was not given to you on a golden platter, no matter what people believe. Like I don't want to hear that oh, you were lucky, oh this you were like spoiled, or it was all given to you because of your social relationships, social network. No, not at all. Like this is not, don't anger the fourth pile and don't anger me, because it was not easy for you to go and to achieve what you did. And people are so eager to misinterpret the story, but it's not theirs, I guess. This is your, like, this is your legend, I wanna say. This doesn't have to concern them if they wanna play small. But you got it all, like you're lucky in a sense that you are not, it was not easy for you, not lucky in that way. You're lucky to have that, to be you. Like I want to say, like, congratulations, like you are being you, and that's awesome. Like that's the deal. Like you have to follow that, and it's beautiful. That's all I want to say. No matter what people are saying, this is, it's not even the maybe this could be the case of fame, this could be the case of wealth. It's not the fame, it's not the wealth, it's not the success, it's you. Like, you, that's it. That's the pinnacle of success, and nothing else brought you here. It was all you. Crazy. I have no words. You guys, I don't know what you're doing with me with those readings, but those are intense ones, and I can only credit you for that, because yeah, crazy. I cannot, like, thanks. I'm honored to be the one who's reading those. But this is like, to say that this is complex is a very huge misunderstanding. Right? Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated, please like and comment below. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I would be glad to hear from you in the comment section. Your life story. I can, if you were to do that, as I said probably 1,000 times over in this video, if I were to know you in the comment section, I would be able to sense and read your needs and construct my further readings in accordance with that. And the best suggestions were coming from the people that wrote like the comments that suggested the topic, because it's those readings that are becoming popular, that are being helpful. So much gratitude for that, for all the encouragement that you're sending me. I'm all eyes and ears when it comes to that. It helps me understand that I'm doing a great job, that I'm on the right path. Thank you so much for that, and please take care of yourselves, stay safe, and don't forget to shine, because you pretty much do that willingly, unwillingly, doesn't matter. Like, you're doing that already by being. So thanks for watching, stay safe, bye.